Previously on My Kitchen Rules.
Welcome, guys.
4 teams' cooking skills were put to the test. Queensland, Victoria, Tasmania, and the boys from New South Wales, who set a new standard of excellence.
You surprised me, boys.
Where did the boys pull this from?
Kelly and Ash's position at the bottom means they currently face elimination. Tonight, it's the turn of Team South Australia.
Step on it, Grandpa.
And the newlyweds take their guests on a seafood odyssey.
I love it. Ooh.
I love it.
Yes.
But the stress in the kitchen puts their marriage under pressure.
Do you want to just start?
Yeah, babe, I've got my own little thing going.
I can't believe you just said that.
And the competition senses blood.
We don't want to be on the bottom of the competition anymore.
Emery and Nick need to fail tonight.
I'll feel really embarrassed if we serve this and it's no good.
Mine was insanely salty.
Just not really my idea of a dessert, unfortunately.
Are you sweating? Because I'm sweating.
The competition has come to Adelaide, to the coastal suburb of Glenelg.
All right, you ready to go?
Yep. We're going to relax and get through it today.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You're going to keep me relaxed?
Yep.
Okay.
And if you don't, it's the wooden spoon.
You may now kiss the bride.
I can clearly remember falling in love with Nick for the first time when I was watching him cook.
When I wowed you with my lamb shanks.
Good Mona.
We love the outdoors, and it's fair to say we're a couple of water babies.
I'll catch a flathead tonight, though.
We love to know where our food comes from. I'll use the freshest and best produce I can get hold of, especially seafood.
Oh, they look great. I think I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to cooking. And if I do sometimes serve up a bad dish, then I can get a bit grumpy. I'll let you do it yourself next time. Nick and I have chosen to do this because we love adventure, we love challenging ourselves, and we'd love to win. And I think we've got a real chance.
The newlyweds' adventure starts with a shopping trip. And for Anne-Marie, time is of the essence.
Nick and I have very different approaches. He does like to take things slow and sort of plod along. I'm the exact opposite.
Go, babe, go, 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 go.
Not to know the sports, babe.
Go, go, go. Hey, Aaron.
All right, how you going?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad. We're looking forward to really showcasing South Australia's produce, especially its seafood.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, look at them.
So they're all snap frozen at sea.
For entree, we're serving Taste of the Sea, stuffed prawn, scallop and parsnip puree, calamari, and oyster.
Smell them.
Good.
Smell the sea.
Yeah.
Fellow South Australian contestants Donna and Reed have a message of support for the newlyweds.
Anne-Marie and Nick, Donna and I are right behind you with the rest of South Australia. Show us your cooking skills, show off the produce, and bring it home. Good luck.
Step on it, Grandpa.
So Anne-Marie and Nick's entree, the oysters from South Australia are just fantastic. And for that reason, I want to eat them plain, just freshly sharked. They'll be fantastic.
It's obvious they've got a love of the ocean. There's so much seafood in here. They've taken a big risk, though, by doing a tasting plate because they've got to actually cook 4 different types of seafood perfectly.
Emery and Nick need to fail tonight.
We really don't want to be on the bottom of the competition anymore. So we're secretly hoping that things don't quite go to plan.
Just
So,
stuck in the flame. Can't help it, babe.
yeah. I just feel like today driving like a grandpa is really not what we need to be doing.
Was that a big puffy sigh?
That was a huffy sigh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's you.
No need.
You and your gramps driving.
No, it's not, babe.
Okay, let's go. It's definitely an ambitious menu. And they've got some parsnip, so arborio rice, some sun-dried tomatoes, thanks. My concern is that there's going to be a lot of seafood, a lot of preparation. They look good. They look really fresh today. That's what I'm worried about mostly. The main course, we're serving surf and turf gumbo with spicy sausage, South Australian prawns and blue swimmer crab. Yeah, that's going to be crazy.
Gumbo originates from New Orleans. It's a stew traditionally made with meat and seafood.
We're at the shop to buy the sausage for our gumbo. We've got the choice between a mild sausage and a chili sausage. I want some hot sausage that you've got up there. So putting them in a gumbo, so we're going to go with the chili today because gumbos are all about spice for us. Thank you.
They put too much spicy sausage in it. It could ruin it because it could just overtake the whole dish.
How far it is to the front door from here?
The rules allow Anne-Marie and Nick to start cooking 3 hours before the guests arrive. But first, there's a restaurant to create.
Oh, right.
Got a bit of work to do. Our instant restaurant is called Elements, and we think that it reflects who we are. We like to spend a lot of time with nature, so it's close to our hearts. What are you doing?
I'm going to try and sort of hang this up.
Okay. We've just got so much to do tonight that we're going to have to step up our pace. We're going to have to work 30 times faster than we usually do.
Yeah.
Cooking time has begun, but they're still not finished.
Do you need my help or are you right?
It's a bit tricky.
When the pressure kicks in today, I'll definitely be up and running, but I don't expect Nick to be there next to me because Nick does things his way, and you know that's how. No, it's a good thing. It's a good thing you do what you do and I do what I do. Running way behind time.
Slow and steady wins the race. We've only got 2 hours and 45 minutes until the guests arrive, and we've still got a lot to do.
So I know that you say slow and steady, but can we kind of hurry?
Oh yeah, for sure, babe. Just steady, babe.
Yeah, but we don't have to be dawdling, do we? My first job is to get ice cream balls rolled.
How many balls do we have to do?
We have to do 40 balls. For dessert, we're serving chocolate risotto balls with vanilla bean ice cream centres.
I've never had fried risotto balls for dessert before. I hope it is a family favourite.
I haven't actually made this dessert before, but I've made chocolate risotto before, but I haven't made it into balls. Today I'm going to make the chocolate risotto just like you do any other risotto. Just going to coat that rice in the butter, but my stock's going to be milk, cocoa and sugar. Then cook the risotto in the oven for 20 minutes.
I'm going to start cleaning all the seafood, babe.
Okay, yeah. What I'll do is while you do the seafood, I'll get the parsnip puree on, I'll get the pesto for the prawn on. Time's ticking away.
With the entree prawn, we've decided to serve it with the head and shell on, so it's just got to be precise. Having trouble getting these little legs off, I think. I'm sort of committed now.
I'm feeling a bit panicked with the time factor. I would love Nick to hurry up a little bit right now. No, Nick, you need to just be a bit quicker because of the time. We've got an hour and a half before guests arrive and you've still got to shell crab, so... Yeah?
Yeah, there's a lot of seafood to do.
Yeah. Next, I need to get on with preparing the sun-dried tomato and garlic pesto to stuff into the prawns. It's about that. Coriander. That many. Just going to use some of that oil as well. Our plan of attack for the day is kind of falling behind now. We've still got to get the crabs done for the gumbo.
The hero for the gumbo has to be the crab, so they don't want to overcook it.
Babe, I think it was 7 minutes each, wasn't it, for a crab?
Yeah. The risotto's cooked. I take it out of the oven. I'm ready to stir through the chocolate. Look at that.
Yep. Now how's that going to go?
Around the balls?
Yeah, looks like a bowl of Cocoa Pops, babe.
It'll be fine.
What do you... OK, crabs are cooked, I'm pretty sure. Taking the crabs straight out of the pot and putting them straight in the ice to stop the cooking process, which sets the meat nice and firm.
We should probably get changed now. This is going to have to be the quickest change ever. I want to get back and just keep at it. We need to ridiculously get moving.
Might need a bit of a hand to tie me up. Yeah, can you just tie that up quickly?
As Anne-Marie and Nick continue to plough through their mountain of prep, their rival guest teams are arriving in style.
Wow. Oh my God. Look, that's what we're having dinner at.
Yeah. Whatever you're doing, just see if you can do it quicker.
Babe, do you reckon you can peel prawns faster than me?
Whatever. Having a bright meltdown. Where are you at?
Prawns are stuffed.
Coming up,
I missed one.
a two-speed relationship creates friction in the kitchen for the newlyweds.
You're messy, aren't you?
I'm messy?
Yeah.
Can't believe you just said that.
How are you feeling?
Anne-Marie and Nick's dream of a culinary adventure is about to become a reality as the Adelaide newlyweds open the doors to their instant restaurant.
Welcome.
You guys are looking calm.
Oh, really? Oh, it looks deceiving.
How you going? How you going?
I think Anne-Marie and Nick are looking cheery, but actually a little tired already.
I forget.
Anne-Marie looked quite flustered. Had a bit of a giggle. I felt sorry for her.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Look at this.
Beautiful. I'm the first person to see the room and I'm blown away.
It's lovely.
It just looks incredible.
Yeah, very stylish.
Welcome, everyone. Have a seat. Make yourselves at home.
No wonder they're looking a little worn out or tired. That's one of the best so far that we've seen, yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We've got to get back to the kitchen for obvious reasons.
Yes.
We'll see you soon. Cheers, guys.
Thanks. All right.
Nick's definitely Anne-Marie's rock. And it'd take a lot to really rattle him. So I think at this point he's just making sure that Anne-Marie is his happy little wife.
We've got a problem, Houston.
Yep.
Have you noticed there's a spoon for main course? So I'm thinking it'll be like a soup or even pasta.
Nothing gets by you. You should be in a profession where you detect things.
I am now making chocolate risotto balls. Maybe are they too big?
No, they're good.
They're good?
Yep, look at that. Beautiful.
Look at that. And look how quickly I did it. I'm trying to get a good layer of risotto around there to hold the ice cream, otherwise when I deep fry them, the ice cream will melt through and that would be a disaster.
Yep.
We need to work at light speed now. Light speed. Light speed, we need to get all the plates out. We've got heaps and heaps and heaps
All
to
the plates
do.
are outside, babe.
We need to get them out. There's just so much to do.
Yeah.
So let's work at light
Okay,
speed.
yep.
Babe, do you want to just get on track? Do you want to just start?
Yeah, babe, I've got my own little thing going. Like, I'll just...
Okay.
Yeah? Do you want to serve plates with stickers on them?
Judges are here. Hello.
Evening.
Good evening. Welcome.
Thank you.
Evening, mate. There you go.
Bonsoir. Hello, hello. How are you? Very nice, very nice. The table setting is beautiful. They've done a great job. It looks like a little fine dining restaurant, actually.
Like you're in a private dining room.
So we're pleased to present our menus to you tonight.
All right, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So we hope you like seafood.
Starting with entree, scallops, local prawns, local calamari, and local oysters.
I don't like oysters. I find it like a slimy, cold, salty texture that makes me feel sick.
Main course is a surf and turf gumbo.
We've had gumbo once before and loved it, so it'll be interesting to see if Anne-Marie and Nick put an authentic one on the table.
Dessert is...
Your favourite?
Yeah, a combination of all of my favourites. Risotto, chocolate, ice cream.
Overall menu, I wouldn't say it was amazing. I think I was expecting something better, I guess.
So we must get back to the kitchen.
We must.
We have pressing things to take care of. Okay, enjoy. Thank you.
Kel and I are still sitting at the bottom of the ladder, unfortunately.
You don't ever really want anyone else to fail. But when you're in this position, it's hard not to.
Are you onto the shucking now?
Yep. These are the best Coffin Bay oysters ever. Normally, I just shuck oysters and eat them fresh with the salt water in them and a little bit of grit. I've decided tonight to clean them in fresh water to get rid of the grit so no one complains about it.
I love oysters. So I was really crossing my fingers for oysters tonight.
We've still got a few components to go. We've still got to cook the scallop, cook the prawns, and, yeah, cook the squid too, so we've still got a little bit to do.
I'm going to the kitchen. Hello, smells good. The oysters have been shucked about 5 minutes ago, which is fantastic. I love oysters, so I'm going to have one now. Nick's rinsed the oysters under fresh water.
I don't usually wash the salt water out, but...
So why did you do it? Why did you do it?
Didn't want anyone biting on any oysters.
I'd rather not
But it's still going to taste
I
good.
prefer the shell than the water from the tap. You're supposed to test the flavor of the sea when you eat an oyster, and by cleaning it, it just takes all those flavors away. Anyway, good luck.
Thank you very much.
We're hungry. Waiting for it.
Okay, I'll juice some limes. Nick's starting to plate up our entree.
I missed one.
I'm just putting some finishing touches on squeezing some lime juice for the seasoning for the calamari. I'm putting just the teensiest crack of salt on there and a little bit of pepper. The last thing I want to do is over-season.
I'm a bit freaked out about the scallops, babe.
Why?
I think they may be a little raw inside still.
In Adelaide, the newlyweds are about to serve their first dish of the competition.
I'm a bit freaked out about the scallops, babe.
Why?
I think they may be a little raw inside still. We sort of discussed cooking them a little bit more, but I thought we'll get away with it. They're cooked rare.
Okay, let's do this.
Entree is served.
Wow.
Thank you.
Looks awesome. I am amazed to see the entree. It looks incredible.
I don't like oysters. For me, it does nothing for me. The texture. Ugh, even just thinking about it now, I can't.
Firstly, the oyster. I love the oysters from South Australia. They've got a great flavour. Unfortunately, you wash them?
Yep.
Not really impressed.
I'm actually really annoyed with myself that I've washed them. It's something we never do, and we've just done it to keep other people happy tonight.
Moving on to the scallop. Looks lovely and caramelised, but when I cut into it, it seems undercooked. You know, I love my scallops rare to medium rare, and this is probably nearly blue. The calamari is my least favourite of the seafood on the dish. There's no wow factor there. That said, the way you've cooked the prawn is gorgeous. Most people overcook the prawn, whereas this is juicy, it's moist, and great flavour.
I actually love the way you kept the shell on there because it gives a beautiful charred flavour and crispy. You know, I actually don't mind eating the shell of a prawn anyhow.
I would much rather for you to have served 2 of those prawns with a lovely sauce. Next time, I'd focus on one hero instead of trying to put 4 things onto a plate.
Silently cheering in my head we could be off the bottom.
Interesting reaction. He's right. I get it. I get it. There's a lot going on. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't like oysters. It's just hard to work up the courage to put it in my mouth because it's natural.
Looks like she's going to gag and maybe bring it up again across the table, so...
Just swallow. I can't.
Considering we're all on a cooking show and we're supposed to enjoy food, oysters to me are one of those things that people who like food like to eat. The look on her face was not one of enjoyment. It wasn't.
I don't like oysters, that's for sure.
Very, very salty.
Mine was really, really salty.
Mine was insanely salty.
To season an oyster, have you ever seasoned an oyster?
Never done it, never seen it.
Got to get that gumbo going. It's really hit home. I need to pull a gumbo out of what feels like thin air. We've still got to get the crabs shelled. I need 6 pairs of hands.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, let's move it.
Just going to multitask and chop vegetables while I make the roux and hope that I don't burn the roux in the meantime. How many crabs down are you?
3.
I'm feeling really stressed out at this point. I really need Nick's help in the kitchen to do all of the other parts, but he does have to concentrate on that crab.
Everything's in order?
Yeah. At the same time, it looks like everything else is being left up to me.
I'm all right keeping going with the crabs, babe. You're happy for a minute?
Do I sound happy to you?
No, you're just happy to be, like, just doing that for a minute because I'm just trying to do the right thing and get as much meat out as I can.
Yeah.
It freaks me out wasting seafood.
Well, I think that's absolutely last of our worries tonight. Do you agree it's the last of our worries tonight?
No, it's one of my first worries, babe, but...
So you're going to take wasting seafood tonight over getting a dish?
No, I'm not, babe, but I feel very passionate about not wasting seafood. Anne-Marie getting stressed in the kitchen doesn't really affect me. I just got to keep a sort of level head and keep going on my project.
I'm not in a happy place. Now that the roux's ready, I've got to get that into the pot, mix it in with the tomatoes and the stock, and just get that cooking. How many crabs you got to go?
There's 3 in the esky.
Hate disappointing people when I cook. Cooking's like my passion, so I'll feel really embarrassed if we serve this and it's no good.
I'm not sure about the blue swimmer crab, which has a beautiful, delicate, sweet taste. I'm not sure whether that spicy sausage might overpower it, but, you know, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm just going to taste the soup. It's really, really spicy. When I tasted the soup, it was a lot spicier than I'd planned it to be. But, you know, at that point, when I've got a pot this big, you've just got to go with it. I'm really worried about the spice, babe. Did you taste how hot it was?
Yeah, I think it's a gumbo, though. Everyone's maybe expecting it a little bit, but...
What if someone doesn't eat chilli?
Can't cater for everyone, can you?
So I love chili, but unfortunately I just can't eat it. As soon as I'm near it, I start to sweat. I just can't handle it.
You're messy, aren't you?
I'm messy?
Yeah.
Oh, I've just done everything, and you've done prawn and I'm messy. I can't believe you just said that. I feel like there's a lot riding on this meal. A, it's a main course. So slow and steady wins the race, babe?
Yep, slow and steady wins the race, babe.
And B, I'll just be embarrassed to serve up, like, a bad anything. I just want to pull this off. It's looking pretty consistent, babe. You're doing really good. I think we're going to deliver what we said, which is a surf and turf gumbo. I think it's a great surf and turf gumbo. Yep. People just might not like surf and turf gumbo.
Oh,
well. We're ready to roll.
Next. Is the gumbo too hot to handle?
I'm really worried about the spice, babe. Did you taste how hot it was?
yeah, it's a gumbo, though.
What if someone doesn't eat chilli?
Can't cater for everyone, can you?
In Adelaide, it's time for Anne-Marie and Nick to serve their surf and turf gumbo.
I think it's a great surf and turf gumbo.
Yep.
People just might not like surf and turf gumbo.
Oh, well.
We're ready to roll.
Ready to roll. Main course is served.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you.
Lovely. Thanks, Nick. Cheers, bud.
Go.
It's very difficult to present a stewy, soupy product in a bowl to make it really look appetising, but I think they've done a fairly good job with it. There's a few inconsistencies around the table. I thought that was jalapeno.
The surf and turf gumbo in front of me looks like it's going to be very spicy. I'm not a big spicy eater. I'm even starting to sweat looking at it, so I'm a little bit worried.
Oh, the sausages.
Manu, he kind of gives a little cough and I'm thinking, uh-oh, it's way too hot.
Ooh, there's fire in that sausage, I tell you.
Have you had some of this? Mm-hmm. Is that why you're sweating? Because I'm sweating. It's hot.
It's very hot.
I love it.
Yes.
It's vibrant and beautiful glow of the blue swimmer crab on top, and it looks good, actually.
I don't think the gumbo itself is overly hot, but those sausages pack a punch. The prawns are absolutely spectacular. How did you get the crab meat into the gumbo?
A lot of cooking and peeling blue crabs.
Nick spent all day doing crab today.
Did you?
Pretty much.
It is lovely. It's really nice to see the crab meat in there. And blue swimmer crab is you know, one of the princesses of the sea.
It's coming.
It's beautiful gumbo, and can't wait to have another spoonful of chili. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mona.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
I'm feeling like this may be a good night for us. I'm feeling massively relieved.
I know you are.
I'm sorry, I was such a nightmare.
It's great. It's all right.
Bon appétit.
I wait a little while before I take my first bite of my gumbo. I'm hoping that everyone else will be digging into theirs and won't notice that I'm going to struggle with mine a little bit.
It's probably a little bit more wet than I like. My first taste, I didn't get the chilli hit that I was definitely expecting. It's a little bit too soupy. The oil sits on your lips. I don't really like that.
I'm basically allergic to chili. But if there's chili near anything, I start to sweat. I try some of the actual rice gumbo soup and it's just way too spicy for me.
After my American trip and having tasted gumbo a number of times, I'm disappointed. The sausage component is so overpowering that I can't even taste any crab.
I love it. I don't find this very spicy at all. Yeah, really enjoying it. This dinner is a winner for me. I think it is everything that I would go for in a meal. I love it.
The gumbo has divided the table, but now it's time for dessert.
2 risotto balls per plate.
With the chocolate risotto balls already made, all that's left to do is coat them in breadcrumbs and deep fry them.
There's no way I can get these better, can I?
No, they're done.
We've just got to get the balls wet so they'll soak up the breadcrumbs. So we roll them in some milk.
I think it's just going to wash it off.
Okay, did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Just like the breadcrumbs aren't sticking. Do you want to do it twice? Fingers crossed this works.
Okay.
The hope now is that the breadcrumbs stick to the outside and the ice cream inside doesn't melt.
I checked the first balls in the deep fryer.
Ooh,
What's going wrong here?
I don't know. Oh, God, it's all falling off. I reckon we should have done it without the breadcrumbs.
I pulled them out of the fryer and there's no crumbs on the balls.
I think they're just going to do that.
We try to dip them again and they just turn out exactly the same. At this point, we've got 2 serves of dessert now that look like... I'm not sure what you'd say they look like. Are you embarrassed about the balls? A little bit, aren't you?
A little bit.
I'm sorry. You know what I'm like. I'm rushing.
Rush.
We keep going. Some are turning out okay. Some are crumbling apart. To be serving up something in a competition that I'm not happy with at all is pretty devastating.
Ooh, what happened to that one? They're not going to the judges, those ones. They're starting to melt too.
I really don't like disappointing people by serving them food that's no good, and that's going to happen tonight with dessert. Okay, let's go.
Coming up,
Where did this recipe originate from?
have Anne-Marie and Nick made a balls up of dessert?
That looks interesting.
In Adelaide, South Australia, dessert is about to be served.
Everyone ready for dessert? Dessert is served.
Thank you.
Walking out to the judges with our chocolate risotto balls, it hits home just how incredibly embarrassed I am to be serving this as a dessert.
Thanks, mate.
We each get a dish. It looks interesting.
Thank you. Me and Ali definitely had the worst plates on the table. Both of our balls had the crumb coating fallen off them.
Colours.
Thanks, mate. My balls are awesome.
Firm to the touch.
Anne-Marie and Nick, I'm glad you tried to invent something and being creative. It's fantastic. But I've got to be honest, I'm not a big fan. It's quite heavy to finish a meal with. It's not refreshing. This is not my cup of tea.
Where did this recipe originate from?
It started out probably as a chocolate risotto, and then it kind of morphed into arancini balls just about. And tonight was the first night we tried it.
I would never, ever put something out there that I haven't actually cooked before.
Looking around the table, the girls is very different from me. It doesn't look edible at all. My first bite, it reminded me of eating an adult's version of a chocolate crackle. I think the ratio of risotto to ice cream is wrong. I would have liked more ice cream, less risotto. I think you could have had a perfect little dessert then. So thank you.
Enjoy. That was tough. Real tough. Polarising.
Yeah, no, look.
We did our best. I don't think you get points for invention. Let's have a hug. I need one.
When I first break into my risotto ball, there is no ice cream. Also, it just falls apart. It's just a kind of a stodgy brown mass. After the rice in the main course and all the sausage I got, for me, it's just too much more rice.
All I could taste eating that ball was oil.
If you've never made something before and you serve it without even trying it, it's a guaranteed no-no.
If it's vanilla bean ice cream, it's being lost completely in the chocolate. Just not really my idea of a dessert, unfortunately.
I don't like rice desserts, and it's confirmed it for me. That, for me, is like one of the worst desserts I've ever had in my life. I couldn't even eat it.
It's time for the guest teams to put their opinions on the line and score Anne-Marie and Nick's three-course meal out of 10.
One of my biggest letdowns was entree being called a taste of the sea. They put too much onto that plate.
Too many flavours other than the sea.
The only thing that I really enjoyed and went wow about was the main. I was pleasantly surprised by the gumbo.
As a whole, it was the best dish.
I loved the main meal. It was homely, it was delicious.
Definitely the main was a standout.
I love it. Wasn't a fan of dessert. It just didn't really work. Oil soaked through, just wasn't that great.
The dessert was just really, really bad, to be honest. I guess I was disappointed with that.
Tonight, we're going to give Anne-Marie and Nick a 7.
Main was a winner for us. We both loved it.
Really enjoyed it.
We give Anne-Marie and Nick a 6. I loved the main meal. It was pretty damn good. But I think the dessert pulled them down, I'm afraid.
We're giving South Australia a 7 out of 10. A highlight was definitely the gumbo.
The low light was definitely the dessert.
Yep.
Tonight, we're going to give Anne-Marie and Nick a 5 out of 10.
If we compare what we gave Mel and Beck and Ash and Kill, I just feel like I enjoyed this less tonight.
We'll give Anne-Marie and Nick a 5.
I don't think it was below mediocre. I just think it was mediocre.
Ready?
I'm absolutely dreading going in to find out our final scores. I know we've served up a really bad dessert tonight, and I'm just embarrassed and disappointed with myself. Step on it, Grandpa.
When Anne-Marie and Nick embarked on their cooking journey 15 hours ago, it was a true test of their new relationship.
I'm not in a happy place.
Hello.
The newlyweds need to beat Kelly and Ash's score of 70 to avoid elimination. And now, it's time to hear the guest team's scores.
Anne-Marie and Nick, the guest teams have given you a combined score of 30.
We've gotten the lowest score from the guests tonight, 30 out of 50. I'm pretty sure this is the end of the line for us.
Now it's our turn.
For entree, test of the sea. The star on that plate was the prawn. It was crispy. I really loved it. The oysters a little bit disappointed that it had been freshly shot, but then rinsed, then seasoned.
For me, there was too much going on in the plate. You were let down by the cooking technique of the scallop.
So for this, I give you a 6.
I'm scoring you a 5.
I was, a little bit surprised. I thought maybe we would have got a little bit higher.
Do you lose a point for washing an oyster? Never.
Yeah.
I'm actually sitting there with my fingers crossed in my lap and making sure it's covered up so Emma and Nick can't see. After the scores so far, I'm feeling there might be a bit more of a hope for us.
Nick and Anne-Marie for main course. You cooked surf and turf gumbo. Beautiful seafood. Great sausages. Beautiful spice to them.
I actually enjoyed the dish very much. I love the spiciness. It was flavoursome. I love the spicy sausage in there as well. So for this, I give you an 8.
It was a very well-cooked, home-style meal. The score I'm giving you for your main course is an 8.
I'm absolutely stoked that we've scored 8s for our gumbo tonight. It was a lot of hard work. It looks like it paid off, and I'm just really happy with that.
For dessert, fried chocolates, risotto bowls with vanilla ice cream centers. It didn't look great on the plate. It tastes like fried oil.
It was good to see you go out on a limb and try something new, but it would have been great if you had have tried the dish yourself so you could refine it to get it to be something above average. So the score I'm giving you tonight is a 5.
I'm giving you a 3.
Getting a score of 3 tonight for a menu for our dessert, I think this is up there with some of my most embarrassing moments, and I just want the ground to open up underneath me.
That gives you a grand total of 65. This puts you in last place with 1 dinner event to go.
It's not looking good, is it?
With 5 points less than Kelly and Ash, Anne-Marie and Nick face elimination. WA's Kerry and Holly will be the last team to cook.
I'm thrilled. It really is the best outcome that could have come of tonight's dinner event.
I'm pretty disappointed in our score tonight. I didn't think we'd be the lowest ranking team or the worst cooks in our group.
Thank you all for a wonderful evening. We'll see you all in Western Australia for our final instant restaurant.
Thank you.
Thanks, Anne-Marie.
Thank you.
Well done.
Cheers.
What they've got to understand is if they come up with things they've never done before, the game's going to be over quite soon.
Well, thanks for all coming tonight.
Hope you had a pretty good night. We will see you in Perth.
I'm full.
I think that we can do better than tonight's cooking team. If I didn't believe in us as a team, then I wouldn't be here. In WA, you're going to see some great teamwork. Wait for me.
And most of all, just trying to cook everybody a tasty meal.
And stay cool, calm and collected. That's our motto for the competition.
See you guys.
Night.
That was a low score.
A damn low score.
Tomorrow on My Kitchen Rules.
Cool, calm, collected. We can do this.
In the final supper for our instant restaurants, can mother and daughter team Kerry and Holly stay true to their words?
Mum, I need you to chop the thing for the crepe.
The disaster is mounting.
We're stuffed.
At the end of it all, teams return to kitchen headquarters. Will WA be safe from elimination, or will South Australia be the team to challenge Kane and Lee as all the teams return for the first sudden death cook-off?
Mixed feeling of excitement and dread.